FPL family, welcome back. I'm your host, Sean the Don, coming from a land where we call it soccer and aluminum. Before we start, I want to give a quick shout out to Emma Watson, because even though I have no proof of this, I feel like she has an FPL burner out there somewhere. So, hey. So for today's video, we're going to be breaking down the best budget defenders to add to your squad. Because let's face it, other than maybe the Liverpool assets, you want to be spending your money on your attackers, not your defenders. Because honestly, it's more fun to cheer for a goal than it is to cheer for a clean sheet. So if you enjoy this video, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll do my best to provide better and better content as the season moves forward. I got a team selection video coming out tomorrow, and I got a breakdown analysis of Werner and Ziyech. Also, shout out Zaid Ali, who taught me how to say that. You're right, Emma. Enough of the intro. Let's go ahead and jump into this. So the first name off the board is going to be more of somebody you want to put on your watch list for as the season develops. It's going to be yet another French center back out there in this world, William Saliba at 4.5 mil from Arsenal. Now, I don't think he's going to start right away, but the more I read about this dude, the more I realize that Arsenal love this dude. I mean, I read an article yesterday where they compared him to having a potential like Virgil van Dijk. That might be excessive for someone who's only like 19 years old, but it just goes to show you how high they think the ceiling is. Now, let's not forget that Arsenal also play with a 3 center back system, which gives them a better opportunity to crack into that starting lineup. And if he does earn a starting role, you're getting a £4.5 million defender on a top 6 squad. A squad that under Arteta got better and better as the season went along. Now they got an off season to where Arteta can really install his style, and you could be looking at a really good budget buy here. Now for a quick analysis of him, he's only gotten 1 yellow card over his last 28 league matches, which means no -1 during these games, and you could probably guarantee that David Luiz will, so he might be able to sneak into the bonus point system a little bit. Now, also for his French squad, when he started, they averaged 1.1 goals against them per game. Without him, 1.9 goals against. That's nearly a 50% difference with him on the pitch versus without. So he has a big influence on the game. Now, as far as attacking returns go, I honestly wouldn't expect any from him because I'm looking at stats right now and it seems that he hasn't scored a goal or gotten an assist in his professional career. But that being said, a £4.5 million defender on a top 6 squad, that could be something great for the future. So the second name on the watch list is actually a late addition to this video because it looks like Ben Chilwell is going to be leaving to Chelsea, which means Luke Thomas at 4.5 mil, it is your turn to step up. Now I have him on my watch list and not something you should add right now for 2 reasons. One, I don't know if they're going to add a new left back or not really quickly. And 2, due to a red card and injury, Johnny Evans and Pereira are out for the start of the season. I'm also a bit hesitant too because the first half of the season, Leicester defense looked phenomenal, and the second half, not so much. But part of me attributes that to Ndidi being out. Now, all that being said, a £4.5 million left back on that squad almost seems like a sure deal. Now, diving into the stats a little bit, he doesn't have much. He only had 3 games he played in last season, but he averaged 0.35 expected assists per 90 minutes. A solid buy at 4.5 if he's able to earn that starting left back spot. That's something we're going to have to keep an eye on as the season approaches. Third and final on the watch list is going to be Branthwaite from Everton. Now, he's only £4 million. And personally, I think at some point this season, he will earn a starting role on that squad. I don't think it's going to be right away. They might ease him into it. He's still only like 19 years old. But when he was able to come onto the squad last season at the end, due to the injury to Holgate, he looked very good for them. So he is someone to keep an eye on to see if they're leaking, hey, he might be able to start soon. And if he starts, £4 million, very good price. So this is someone you may have heard about, but I'm going to have to mention it anyway because he is the best budget defender in the game right now, it looks like. Vinagre from Wolverhampton at 4.5 mil. Now this is due to an injury to Johnny, but now this is his turn to step up and become the starting left wing back for Wolverhampton. Now again, we're going to have to stay alert to the news to see if Wolves bring in anyone to fill that position, but right now it's his. And this is a squad that with Bali were the best defensive unit in the Prem. Out of their 14 games with Bali after he returned, they had 9 out of their 14 have a clean sheet. Now if you get someone at 4.5 mil who's going to get consistent clean sheets, that is a bargain. Now honestly, I don't expect too many attacking returns from him because due to his past, he's only had 3 goals and 2 assists over his last 4 seasons combined. But you never know. It's a very attacking squad. He may be able to push really high on the field now that he has that starting gig. But if you're looking for cover from in my opinion, one of the best defensive units in the Prem, at 4.5 million, I think look no further. Next up on my list is probably going to be my favorite player on this video, it's going to be Lamptey from Brighton. Now, he's one of my favorites because he checks most of my main boxes when looking for a defender. 1, he's cheap at 4.5 mil. 2, he plays on a sneakily good defensive unit. A unit that when he played, out of their 7 games, they got 3 clean sheets. That is a solid ratio. Check 2. And 3, he plays as a fullback. Now, I like fullbacks more than I like center halves because of the obvious. They're able to get up the field more, maybe get some attacking returns, get some bonus points. And let's not forget that there are times, now it's not going to happen often, but there are times where Lamptey does play out of position. There were a couple games last season where he played as a defensive mid and as a right mid in a 4-4-2. But for the most part, he is a right back. Now, do I expect some attacking returns for him? Maybe not so much. Brighton aren't the best going forward. But he was able to get 1 assist last season in his 7 starts, and that assist did come against Liverpool. So maybe he will be able to bless us with some attacking returns, but it's somebody that could be a very good pick on your squad. Next up on the list is going to be the former Spur and Kyle Walker-Peters. Now, I like this pick a lot because, one, again, he's a fullback. He's 4.5 mil, and he plays on a Southampton squad that looked very good the last half of the season. And if we look at their fixtures, he has a great run of fixtures over like the next 12 game weeks. Now, my big question with him is, 1, do I trust Southampton to consistently get clean sheets? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. And 2, is he going to be the same attacking player for Southampton that he was with Tottenham? Now, if it was me and I was a manager, I want to get the best out of my players, and Kyle Walker-Peters, at his best, he is pressing up higher on the pitch. Now, it didn't seem like that was the case last season, but I want to be optimistic. If we look at the last 2 seasons he played for Tottenham, now again, it's a small sample size, it's only 9 matches played, but he was able to average 0.95 goals per assist in one season and 0.72 goals per assist per 90 minutes in the next. Those are very favorable numbers. Add that to the fact that when he starts for Southampton, Southampton are averaging 0.83 goals against per game. So he could become a very good option for you, especially because of the run of fixtures they have moving forward, let alone if he can get back to the attacking ways that he had at Spurs. Great buy at 4.5. Next up is going to be Charlie Taylor from Burnley. Now, at 4.5 million, he has an opportunity to bring in a lot of clean sheets this season and gives you coverage for all those Pope owners who's sitting at about 27% ownership right now. Now, as far as attacking returns go, now I'm no psychic, but I don't see him getting many this year. He has 2 assists combined, no goals over his last 2 seasons. So it's pretty much going to be a clean sheet or bust. But again, for someone who's 4.5 million on a team who is very good defensively, I think he is a very good option. Next up on the list is going to be James Justin at 4.5 mil from Leicester. Another Leicester one on this squad. The problem with him is this is going to be a short-term investment. Now, he only has the starting right back spot because Ricardo Pereira is hurt. And when Pereira comes back, the job is his. But Pereira did tear his ACL, so it's going to take a while for him to be able to get game fit and feel like he can play 90 minutes again. So for the time being, James Justin is a very good option. Now, his first few matches against West Brom, Burnley, City, of course, that's going to be tough. But then West Ham and Aston Villa. Those are 4 of the 5 are great opportunities to get a clean sheet. And at 4.5 mil as a right back, he looks pretty solid. Now, as far as attacking returns go, I don't really expect much from him. He's averaging expected goal and assist per 90 of 0.1. But he was able to get an assist, and I believe he hit the woodwork last season, which was pretty frustrating because I owned him at the time. But, again, a 4.5 mil on a very good squad, he could be another good sneaky pick. Now, next up on my list is going to be Luke Ayling from Leeds. Now, I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen him play other than a few highlights on YouTube, so it's hard for me to put him on this video. But the more I read about him in Leeds, I feel comfortable thinking he could be a great option this season. I mean, if you look at last season, they had 35 goals against them allowed in 46 matches. Those are huge numbers. As far as attacking-wise goes, he had 4 goals and 4 assists last season and 6 assists the season before that. So he has a great option for not only clean sheets and attacking returns. But of course, my biggest concern is, are they going to be as solid defensively in the Prem as they were in the Championship? That's always my biggest concern with these newly promoted squads. But at the same time, these newly promoted squads usually come out with so much energy and passion at the beginning because they want to be able to prove themselves. And I think Leeds could be able to do it from what I have seen. But that being said, their first 5 matches are not easy. They have Liverpool to start off, then they have Fulham, which is favorable, but then they have Sheffield, City, and Wolverhampton. Not a great start for Leeds, but again, I think it's a long-term investment you might be looking at, and if with these 4.5 millions, you are going to be looking for fixtures and kind of switch people in and out. Luke Ayling could be a great buy. Last up on the list is going to be Nathan Ferguson from Crystal Palace. Now, at £4 million, he may have an opportunity to start for this squad. How much more could you want for someone that cheap? Now, this is someone we are going to have to pay attention to in the preseason because he may be able to show us that he is going to start at the right back spot for him. But my biggest concern with him is, one, I don't know how much attacking returns he will be able to get. From what I've seen, he has 1 goal and 1 assist last season. And 2, Crystal Palace looked rubbish at the end of the season. As soon as the play resumed, they looked terrible. But again, at £4 million, what more could you want from somebody? He's going to start right away. Look at that as a good option for, especially if someone you want to put on your bench at $4 million. So that was my video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, Emma Watson. If you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know who you think the best budget defender out there is at the start of the season. I do have a mini league going. I think I'm going to call it the Donatellos for all you Ninja Turtle lovers like me out there. And as always, please do something today that'll make someone smile. Don out.